Welcome back to Cabin View Ventures. So as you can see, I was just doing a little bit of lettering on the roadside stand. This thing is basically done. My plan is to get it out front a little bit later this week. I need to level the pad out front still, so I'm gonna get to that later today. What we're gonna do next though, I need to wash the house. So if you own a log house, you need to wash it once or twice a year, depending on how your weather is where you live. So I got a little bit of that started earlier this week. We had this really strange stretch of hot weather in late October. So we're in the last week of October and we had about 3 days in a row where it was about 80 degrees. Today is a rainy, crappy day. So go figure, my 1 day off and I need to get a lot of work done here and I've got some pretty bad weather I need to work around. So, I keep hearing a lot of people say how nice this fall has been. I swear those people must be retired or just work from home because I feel like every day I'm off or I have a chance to get some work done around the house, it's been raining and I'm dealing with it again today. But, it is what it is. We're going to work around it. We're still going to get as much done as we can. So that's about all I'm going to do on this today. We're going to get to the house next, and then I'm going to get that pad leveled out front. All right, so here's what we're using today. This is just a log wash. It's sold by Permachink. I'm sure there's lots of different ones out there. This is just the one I have always used. It's relatively cheap and it lasts a pretty long time. So it's concentrated, so you only use a cup per gallon if you're just doing a routine wash. You can use up to 2 cups per gallon, but that's if you're gonna do like a restain or a new top coat. So for just routine maintenance, 1 cup per gallon is plenty. I'm gonna use my DeWalt 20-volt sprayer. So that allows me to do everything from the ground. Now I do need to go up and pull down one of my carpenter bee traps. So if you guys, that was actually one of the very first videos I did. So if you own a log house, this is probably a good one for you to watch. Those carpenter bee traps I put up work amazing. I can't wait to get them up early next year. I actually hung them a little late this year because I discovered them late. But the ones I put up, I got plenty of bees trapped in them. I had no new holes put in the house this year, so they work really, really good, and I will definitely be getting those up early next year. So we're gonna pull that bee trap down. You have to wet the logs first. I just did that, but I'll probably re-wet them so you can see that. And then we will spray the wash on, let it sit for a couple minutes, and then wash it off. So if you have, half decent water pressure, you can do all this from a garden hose from the ground. I do not have good water pressure here. We're on well water. My well is extremely deep because our flow rate is pretty low. So we just don't have good water pressure. But, I can still get all this done from the ground without having to get up on a ladder or having to use a pressure or power washer, because you got to be really careful with your logs using a pressure washer that you don't strip your stain off or damage your logs. So I like to just use a regular garden hose and a good power or a good powered sprayer, and makes this job go much faster and much easier. So here's that log wash up close. Good stuff. I already put 2 gallons of water in the tank, so I'm just gonna do two gallons. Should get me pretty far. I use a little extra by spraying from the ground because you can just miss this on, but from the ground to get all the way up to the peak, you need more of a jet spray to get up there. So you're going to use a little more than you typically would, but still well worth it, as opposed to setting your ladder up and then working your way down with a mist spray. So All right, I'll put a link to that first video series I did on these Best Brothers bee traps. They're the ones I prefer. They work really well. And I mean, you can see I got a couple bees in here right now. So I'm in the process of taking all these down for the season as I go around and wash all the walls. And then we'll store them for the winter and get them back up in the early spring. think I got milk. You want to get this spot right here?
Yeah.
Right this towards me, right here. Can you get that? Yep, just like that, bud. That looks pretty good. It's sloping a little bit this way. Okay, that's gonna wrap things up for today. So got a good amount done, even for a half rainy day. You know, we got some of the house washed, we got a little more work done on the roadside stand, and we got that pad out front sized and leveled really nice. So the next time you see this roadside stand, it is gonna be on its way out front, and we're gonna get it loaded up with firewood. So thanks for joining us today. Again, if you like the content, please subscribe, hit that like button, leave us any comments or questions, and we will see you on the next one.